All right, hello everybody, welcome back to Blueprints, where I crashed out a little bit at the end of the last one, maybe a lot bit. So we're gonna take it kind of chill here today. We'll just see what we can get. I do really want. I think it's time to. Where the heck is it? Outer rooms. I think it's time to get the schoolhouse. We've had literally one ever. Are all these the same rarity? They all say unusual. I've literally, I think, only seen the schoolhouse one time. And we took it. Activated. I think there's a gas line in this one. Maybe not. But, and then we never took a classroom. I guess classroom is number 8 here, unless it gets put somewhere else. Or maybe I did take one. I don't see it. I believe it's a blue room. I don't know where else it would go. Maybe it ends up in additions. Anyways. Let's just see what we get. I'm not going to mess with Banner of the King today. At least for now, until, maybe we get a bunch of money. We get the yellow one like we've been talking about. But I'd love some reroll dice before I create the outer room. Give me a hallway. Give me a key here. This isn't bad. And then we can just throw a dead end in the corner or a tilter, a left corner. See what we can get at the locksmith, maybe? You could just put down the guest bedroom, but we almost never see the locksmith. Are you are unusual. We've had it once, right? Okay, I've drafted 3 times. Never mind. We get 5 keys, we can get 12 keys. Special key lockpick kit. I think you get a lockpick kit. You're going to want it pretty much no matter what. That way we can save keys and use the keys in the reservoir. That's another big thing that we can do. Especially if this one key is infinite here. Because in the commissary, the one gem was infinite yesterday. So I don't really know how that works because we never have money. Chapel. Look at me. Give me a workshop. We'll get an item. Maybe we can combine a battery pack and a lockpick kit. Who knows? No battery-powered lockpicks? Okay. We have seen the better lockpick. I don't remember what it makes. I wish there was a menu that told you the combination somewhere, but I guess that's why you write stuff down. Can't lockpick this. I'm gonna chill. Maybe we get a nice sledgehammer. Okay, we're not getting this room. We could get this could get us some dice for sure. A lab will get us an experiment, which I think we definitely want. And we get to continue this way, so I don't screw myself. Maybe there's an item on the table too. Give me an experiment. Give me something good. That's not terrible, right? It doesn't really do anything but extend our steps. Basically, we can't go under 40. In the negative, there is no negative here. Don't have a shovel necessarily. We could try to bedroom max. I feel like... Well, no, because then we'll just lose 5 steps for nothing. I guess you go bedroom, mailroom. Let's try to buff the mailroom. And again, I don't know if because the mailroom is upgraded, they'll end up on the front porch or... Oh, crap. Oh, hell. I didn't realize this was in here. This is about the freezer. In Mount Holly freezer. Okay. So room temperature is 20. Complete thaw is 17, but we always get to 17, right? When we use the furnace room next to the freezer. Either way, we know how to create fires now. I imagine I can light the freezer on fire with the burning glass. And that is one I will remember how to make. It's the metal detector and the magnifying glass. Let's get security here. I guess we could remote access the office terminal. to spread money if we need to later. Let's do our key card nonsense. At least until we get a breaker, as I tend to say every time I'm on this screen. But, I mean, we want to do it. Okay, exit. Anything else on the tables? I haven't been looking at the tables and such too much. We get a foundation there. Probably locked. No lock pick. I'm not willing to do it yet. Just because we really want as many keys as possible for the reservoir. Spare bedroom does bump up our experiment, right? It's every bedroom after your first do something, whatever it was. It takes us that way, which I guess is okay. Letter to the mailroom. Okay. So here's our first bedroom. Hey! The rabbit's foot. Lockpick success. Awesome. This should lead straight into the garage. However, we don't want to put the garage there. Because I could go up here, but we basically lose. I'll take a parlor, because I don't really have a choice. We obviously want the garage just so that we can get the old, all those keys. Delicious keys. The gems are in this box. The gems are in a box next to this box. The gems are in the blue box. Okay, this could be true. This could be true. That would mean you're also true. So the gems cannot be in the blue box. You are false. You are false. Which means you are true. We know it's not blue, so it's in black. Is that right? Gaming. Okay. Library. Bookshop potential. Rare room potential. Checking out a book we've already bought from the library. I think that's it. That's a yes. Get a key here. Oh, look at that. The expansion. So, I believe we bought 4 and 5. And Realm and Rune. Realm and Rune sounds like the book we need to do the realm mapping stuff. One of these is tempting, especially because we had to buy them. Another day, maybe. And let's get out of here. Good bookshop. Good bookshop. Don't need a garage here. Bookshop is great if we can make a lot of money. How do we make a lot of money? How do we make a lot of money? The lab? The treasure trove. We could make black prints happen today. That would get us like a tomb outside probably, but I'm planning to re-roll it anyways. The treasure trove, a vault. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it. It's only the second time we've taken it. Does the inventory rotate? No. I really want this. This is uncensored. This I presumably just has clues. And the Curse of Blackbridge may tell us about the data chips. Because that's what that's about, right? This guy. Let's set it to Black Prince right now. And then we very well could get a treasure trove at any time. And those are our only 2 Black Prints, the tomb and the Black Print. So it doesn't mess with our odds too much. This save's open as well. Okay, maybe that probably was part of the patch. Where like completed safes are just open because why not? We got our dice. I'll open it with a key. Closet, chapel, aquarium, reroll. We're pretty deep in. I don't know if the classroom would be any good anymore. It does kind of suck. Maybe the classroom and the bookshop do something together, but... Or the library as well. Give me a chapel. I don't think I want to go in. There might be money over there. But I think we want to fill in this left nonsense before we go a little crazy up here. We're going to lose some steps, that's for sure. We should go outside and try to re-roll the old thing. Which means I'm going to go through the foundation. Because then we can go to the outer room and then pop out of the entrance room and I think save quite a few steps. You just have to remember, this is down here. Don't forget that. Any item just in case? We have the rabbit's foot. There could have been. We're not going to bother going that way. We're just going to head right outside. I wonder what happens if we dig where the found floor plan was again. Or the buried floor plan. If we get anything from it. Or even by those white trees again. I'm going to go outer room. Remember, we have the tunnel blueprint. It's very interesting that, again, that's down there. Maybe it's nothing, but then we also have the tunnel blueprint in the house that, well, we just have to pull one of these days. Okay. Trading post tomb hovel. Guess we still want a classroom. We could have taken... The tomb does have some money. There is a secret in the tomb as well. Maybe the tomb isn't a horrible idea. We did get the schoolhouse, though. I think I made a horrible mistake. I think we do want the tomb. Because it gives us this money. We have some money in it. We have the bookshop. I don't know if the schoolhouse is going to really work out today. We'll get you another day. Schoolhouse. I made a major mistake because I just threw away 2 dice for effectively nothing. Well, just literally nothing. Is the door still open? Or do I have to complete the puzzle again? The door is still open. Oh, well, if we get the magnifying glass and a metal detector, we can try to do a torch puzzle up here and fill in the torch room downstairs. Theoretically, I could also move the minecart. No. Maybe I can move the minecart in a way that works. It would just cut me off from getting to the sanctum, which is also bad. Because what if we get a sanctum key, right? Is there no money down here? Anyways, I want to look again at the... Whatever, yeah. The coins will show up here. I'm sure we'll draft some dead ends, which will help us pay for the old... There we go. The thing. But this... Not this note, right? It's the one down here that says... Well, actually, there isn't one down here. It's the thing we got from the pieces of the basement map, right? That says, the 8th angel points to our dreams. You are presumably the 8th angel. You kind of point that way. I guess we have to pull this to open the door every time? Maybe that door isn't always active. I thought it would just kind of permanently be there if you came from the fountain or something, but maybe that's required. And then you put your thing down, and you're still pointing like this way. Maybe it's this. You are... Okay. You are pointing at a very specific spot on the map that's right here. This map is also completely useless. There's nothing new here. Except you're pointing behind the big rock in the reservoir. So maybe that's a secret to where our sanctum key is in the reservoir, which is solid. Okay, glad I came here. We can come out... We can't come out that way. Because I can't leave through the fountain, and I can't... Technically, I think I No, I couldn't go all the way through the foundation. Okay, well, whatever. Money will be in here. I think we solved that puzzle. We're going to check a chest if there's a chest behind that big rock. So we should try to keep a key for that. And then we can just go back in and start filling in these rooms. Dead ends give us 5 gold in the tomb. That's pretty good. I want to be able to afford a new clue because that just seems like a new clue. That seems pretty good, right? Treasure trove. That should be 15, maybe 20. Okay, it's 20 already. It'll be 25 next time. Maybe there's some secret here if you just keep stacking the money. There's obviously this that tells us something every time. But we can't lockpick it. This will trigger our lab experiment. So will the aquarium, to be fair, actually. Because then we can go, make sure we can go left. Letter has been delivered to the mailroom. There we go. No item there. Let's go left. A little low on gems. Let's take this and then try to get a dead end here, especially for the thing and a little bit of money for the tomb. That is. Utility closet lets us bust the security room. This will add another letter to the mailroom, though. And we get a compass. A navigational compass. You see the... Oh, I should get a commissary. The thing we added via the request form on the computer is a brass compass. This says navigational compass. Nowhere does it say brass. It is, I guess, the color of brass. Maybe there's something there. Maybe we can workshop the compass. I don't think we've ever done anything with that. Mechanarium. It's not the worst. I guess I should have taken the thing. We could technically still get it later. Maybe we should. Because this... We really want this... we don't know if we can add doors. I doubt it. But we really want this maxed out to A, try to get a sanctum key, B, antechamber lever. Because right now, we have 3. We have 1, 2, 3. Which means we just get 4 doors. That's normal. It'll go up, it'll go into the workshop, which is nothing. It'll go into the entrance hall. So it doesn't really do anything here. Technically, we can get a closet here, dead end, get the tomb buff, go through the den to fill in this spot. So that's not bad. Get the closet out of the pool. We get a reroll dice. That's not terrible. We have a lot of money. We don't really want to spend the money over there. It would be nice, but we want 50 gold. Compass battery pack is something. That's interesting. Electromagnet. Okay. You are more likely to draw mechanical rooms. Okay, Mechanarium. Done. Automatically collect gold and keys, coins and keys when entering a room. I just want to see something. What happens if I go into the locksmith? Holy shit. Sold out of keys. Okay, I guess these are limited, so this probably is infinite. Okay, we go to the reservoir. I think, hey, screw the death strat. Let's just open all the stupid boxes. We can go back to the treasure trove. Let's do it now while we're down here. I don't know if we will be down here again. Let's open this box. Well, again, we have the keys. That's really funny and really sick. The previous box in this room contained a true statement. We believe red handwritten is true. Now, the problem is I haven't been keeping track. However, it's on video, so if I need to keep track, I can look for it. Because yes, this typed is fake. We believe handwritten read to be true. Okay, I'm gonna open this because why the hell not? I don't think there's 25 boxes down there, so we're okay. A key card, which means we can bump up the security level without the breaker. That's awesome. I don't think a key does anything in here. Yeah, this, you know what this will do? This will save keys. What a genius idea. This will just the only purpose of this is to save keys by using the keycard doors instead. Which is just really funny. Let's see. We want to go back down to the den. No. We need to go make sure we open all the chests downstairs. Just every single one. We can start with the death one. Oh. I have to go outside. We need a step regen machine. Could really use like a nursing station. We know this is locked. More likely to draw green rooms. Does that really do anything? What was the other effect of the electromagnet? Right, it was pick up the stuff and I guess more north rooms still or something. This could have a lot of gems, to be fair. It still keeps us going. What does the electromagnet say? Mechanical rooms. Right. We Mechanarium max with that. We have too many things maybe to try to do, but that's okay. More gems. Shovel. Awesome. Don't think we can combine it with any of those. But there's our step generator if we get a little lucky. Okay, I didn't really need that. No lockpick, but who cares? Mailroom? Bedroom. Could have like a sleeping mask in it. We don't really care about the corridor effect. No sleeping mask, but again, another piece of mail. Mechanarium, not yet, buddy, not yet. You're coming. I need like... Well, I need the pool room, which means then I get the pump room. I need a boiler. I really should get the breaker box when we see it. Technically, I can put the solarium here, but no. Let's get the observatory. Let us observe as well. Okay, 5 gems. That's sweet. Apples. That's sweet. Steps. That's sweet. That's everything I've ever wanted. We have green rooms are more common, right? So I hope for like a cloister or a reroll. Okay, awesome. This slaps so that I can save some steps going that way. We can go up, we can go down, go all around, we can dig in here. It's whatever side I pick second, I think. Okay. Not an apple, but awesome. I think we can only get turnips from these. Because, you know, they grow underground or whatever. I think I've only seen turnips, but, you know, whatever. Okay, keycard door. Let's beep beep. Solarium here in a dead end. 2 money. 2 money will help us get to there. I don't care for the Chamber of Mirrors. There's some secret in there, but we need access to all the doors to figure that out, I think. So we get a solarium, that'll help something. Have I made the Mechanarium common with the gear wrench? I have it, so that'll help us get the Mechanarium someday. It's just going to show up a lot until then, which is unfortunate. Okay, we have steps again. That's really, really good. Core yard, I'm digging here. Multi-door. We're running out of gems again, but... Okay, metal detector. Couldn't make a detector shovel. We really want to save it for a magnifying glass, though. If I can get a commissary magnifying glass, we can light the torch room. which is really good. Secret passage doesn't really do anything, which is kind of funny. It just lets us come up here. We haven't opened the south door because I have no broken lever, but I don't think we care for the antechamber today. I think we just keep pushing. We need this gem. We can split off of here. Okay, there's a broken lever, which is actually really, really funny that I just cut off the antechamber. But we can combine that. We could maybe... We can't get another jackhammer without a battery pack, but whatever. Okay, boiler room. That's sweet. Could get an effect from it. Obviously mechanical. We'd really like a pool pump room. And the breaker box. Is that all the mechanical rooms? They're all in kind of one spot down here. I have this. Need this. I have this, this, this. Okay. Yeah, so we get the closet. We get the pump room. Maybe if I place the mechanarium against the wall, the side facing the wall won't spawn a door. If I can put it in a corner, that's even better. Maybe? I would have to get really lucky or get some dice soon. Lockpick. Breaker here. I got no problem with it. Clock tower. Oh, clock tower is a secret. Hang on. What time is it? We need to be in here at 1:30. We know real time is upstairs on 3 clocks. I think we're early enough. Did it literally... We have to wait one more hour. I think it's literally 1:30 right now. What do I do? That was the pendulum swinging. Do I click, click, click? Do I go back up? I don't know where I have to be at 1:30. I think I either just missed it, or I have to wait another hour because I can't read backwards. Everything in here looks the same. Or was I looking at the broken clock? I think I was looking at the broken clock. Oh god, okay. I think it's still... Yeah, I was literally looking at this one. Can I see something where things are obvious? Okay, so it's going to turn to 12. Because it's at 11 right now. Right, it's because this is backwards. That's what's tripping. I'm reading this as 9. That's impossible. That's clearly 11. So, we have to be back soon. We should watch out for clocks in rooms, but we got to come back here at 1:30. Would have loved to take the boiler room, but this is also a sanctum key, right? Well, the mechanarium's also a sanctum key that's really hard, so maybe I should have taken the breaker room, sorry. No lockpick. Study. We solved the safe. That's a lot of gems. It's quite a lot of gems. It cuts off this room, which is unfortunate. We can still get a patio. Green rooms are more common. We can maybe even get a better patio. Send it. Could be the breaker room. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, and the door is closed. Interesting. Let's turn on the garage. Let's turn on the dark room. And turn off the gymnasium. That's actually really helpful. Okay. So we need a pool pump room. Are we going to get it? I really kind of doubt it. If we see the mechanarium, maybe we should just do it. Veranda, I can't get you. Your steps, and that's really good. Gymnasium has no negative effect, but let's get our steps in. Oh, thank you, electromagnet. Trophy room? It's always the trophy room, huh? Why? Maybe we could have gotten the trophy room, whatever. Office, planetarium, servants' quarters. Okay, so we're getting cut off here. It's a lot of keys. I don't really care for keys. I don't want to use another gem. So let's put down the planetarium. Again, dead end, more money. Nothing here has changed. We would like to end the day here if we can. It's not really a must-do. not more than everything else. Okay, remember, watch for clocks. I don't have a magnifying glass. Maybe there's an item in here, though. There's a gem! I think we... Oh, well, yeah, right. I wanted to see what that says. Okay, oh, crap on a stick. Okay, I'm cut off from the left side. I didn't even notice. So no antechamber today. But we have clock tower, we have reservoir. If I get the mechanarium, I'm just going to place it. We really can't get a pool room. Then the pump room. Then the mechanarium in 3 out of 4 rooms. I don't think that's very likely. I don't even know if the doors line up correctly. We can try to power the clock tower just for the hell of it. Maybe there's something. We'll be glad we did if there is. So we just leave it on straight. This is powered. I'd like to just kind of maybe even wait. I have no other reason to come back up here. So if it's close, I'll just pause the video. I'll sack a bit of time. Okay, it's about to be 12:30. I'm gonna pause and wait a couple minutes. And just like that, we're back. I don't know, it's been like 7 minutes or something. It's almost there. And I started thinking, what do I have to do? And I imagine it's go to the bottom. I don't know how exact it is, because obviously, like, there's no way. It's got to be open for a little bit, right? Whatever it is, like the thing that happens. You know, it's not like a Sanctum key just shows up at 1:30, right? That would be too easy. But the bottom may be like a more staircase. I'm gonna go down and we'll see. Maybe I already have to be down there when it hits 1:30. I don't know. Okay, I think it would be 1:30. I'm gonna go up because I'm scared. Aha! Maybe you just have to be in here at 1:30. That would make sense. Okay, not more staircase, but a hidden door in the back. That makes sense. This feels like a thin room. Okay. Well, I imagine there's no more time pressure, which is good. Okay, there is more staircase. It's just in the back. Okay. Oh, hell. Okay. They're blue. We believe blue is fine, right? And then red handwritten is fine. Red typed is bull. Okay. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, that's not happening right now. 5 should be set to a time ending on the hour. Easy. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So I imagine this needs to be the same number. So like 1, 1, 1 or something, right? 111. Or it'll be 7, 7, 7. How does that? That doesn't exist. And we believe this is true. That's not green. It's blue. This clock should not be set on the hour. Okay. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we cannot use 1, 2, 3, or 4 anywhere. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Oh, Jesus Christ. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. That's huge. That tells me where to start, at least. So, 5 have to be on the hour. Let's start with 1. It cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we have to start at 5, and they have to ascend. So let's just go straight to 5 o'clock. Okay, there we go. And it has to. Okay, so does this meet everything? Let's see. It is a different time than the rest. It is on the hour. At least 5 do. That one doesn't apply. That one doesn't apply. It does not contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. It contains 5 and 0. The clocks are positioned. So this has to be the earliest one possible. Okay. This one doesn't tell me anything about what it needs to be. So we could go 5:05. I have no problem with that. I think. Let me loop around again. Just to minimize the amount that we're ascending, I guess. Because that would be the earliest it could possibly be. Although, I guess we could set it to 6, because this is an easy one for on the hour. Then, this one needs to contain all the same numbers. Okay, so it can't actually be 6. Well, it would have to be... It would have to be a 5. But then, both of these have to contain a 7. How is that humanly possible? Maybe it's not saying the opposite is true, it's just this is false. I guess we have to find out. Let's set it to 7. Because we know the 7 thing has to be true. It's on the hour. Although, wait. Well, yeah, we strictly don't want it. So the 2 zeros will negate this, right? The 7 and the 0, or rather, there's 2 zeros. This makes this no longer true. I think what they're trying to say is just don't do this, do anything else. Not necessarily the exact opposite. Okay, we don't know about this, but it would also have to be a 7. Because this one has to be a 7. And we can't have a 7... Actually. Technically this doesn't have to be... Well, no. No, this does have to be 7 o'clock. Because... technically this could be like... No? Okay. No. This has to be 7, I think. Because it needs to contain a 7. If it was 657, then it contains all different numbers. We would need at least 2 to be the same, which means like 557. However, I guess we could do that, but then I need this one to be on the hour, I think, so that the rest of them don't necessarily have to be. This one just has to be between 7 and 7, and 8. For the ascending thing. So let's set it to 7. It cannot be on the hour. So let's just set it to 7:01. No, we can't contain a 1 ever. Hang on. Yeah, it cannot contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So... 7:05. There we go. This clock should not be set on the hour. 7:06. I got any problem with 7:06? This clock should be set to a time that that one might be the deal where this one has to change, or maybe this one has to change. This can also be whatever. Let's set it to 7:07. Just so we keep ascending, right? That's all that really applies to everything in the 1, 2, 3, 4. Although maybe 8 is the best, because we only have 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 on the hour. So let's make a leap to 8. And just see what goes on. Wait. Oh no, this is true. This is true. It's red handwritten. We're okay. This clock should be set to a time that contains 3 numbers of another clock in reverse order. 507 would do it? No. 3 numbers of another... Yeah, 507 would do... No, we can't have it be 507. Because they need to ascend. How do I reverse but ascend? It is a great question that I don't currently know the answer to. Because if we reverse this, we get 05, which doesn't exist. We actually get it for all these. We cannot make 507 because that goes down. We could make 708. I have no problem with this. And then this one just needs to be like 709. That just goes to 8. That's fine. This has to continue, so it would be 807. How's that sound? That is reversed. The zero's still in the middle, but that's okay. And then this one just has to be... I was hoping that would just do it. Maybe it has to be 0. Okay, so... Do we get notified when something happens? I'm going to go look upstairs real quick. I don't think we'll lose any steps. I'm fairly certain we've met all the rules. But... I probably have to look again. I just want to check. Are we done? I don't know what will happen when we complete this. So there's nothing here. So I guess we did not win. Something will probably like a door will open up here or something and give me a key. Maybe in here somewhere, right? We'll probably get a cutscene for it too. Okay, different time. Every clock is on a different time. That is done. 5 are on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This does not contain all different numbers. There are 2 zeros. I think that's okay. Times containing a 7. Correct. As well as you're ascending as well. They're all ascending, right? Yes. Is it ascending the other way? That would be really stupid. This clock should not be set on the hour. Oh. Right, this is false. This has to be on the hour. So, this has to be like 607. It needs to contain a 7. 7 does not need to be the first number. And then you can just be 7. Then I think we've also lost our reverse time, but I'll figure that out later. This clock should not be set on the hour. This needs to be on the hour. So you actually have to be 7. 7 flat. Because you need a 0, that's the only place you're getting... or you need a 7, that's the only place you're going to get a 7 from. So this cannot be that. So this can be our reversal one. It has to be at 6. We can go... Oh, can I reverse 6? Yes, if I make it like 608. Or... Let's go with a 9. Let's make this 609. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're all good here. These both contain a 7. They're all ascending. Nothing contains a 1, 2, 3, or 4. this needs to reverse something, which we're going to reverse 609 into 906. Which means I got to flip all the way around. That's funny. 906. Then you have to surpass 906. I heard the pendulum. I don't think we did it. Let's check again. Different time. Confirmed. Do they ascend? Going backwards. Yes. On the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Set you to 10. Okay. Now we have 5. 1, 2. Nope. Can't contain a 1. So we only have from 5 to 9. So you cannot be 906. You can be 806. Which means you have to end at 9. And then you're 806, which means you're 608. I just passed it. Okay, let's check again. A different time. Okay, different time. They are going up. Okay, that meant the 7 thing. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are on the hour. This clock contains all different... This cannot contain all different numbers. Well, no, rather. It depends on what this says. Well, yeah, actually, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. These are all now different numbers. And it needs to contain a 7. So this does have to skip to 707. Is that correct? But you... Oh, you should not be set on the hour. So maybe... Shit. How do we do that? Okay. So you both need to contain a 7. However, we need a duplicate number. What will be our duplicate number? If it's 7, which I believe it actually has to be, we make it 707. Let's make this 608 just for pleasure. Then this has to be... Should not be set on the hour. So this can be 709. Is that right? This now has a duplicate number. You are correct. This needs to be sometime after this. And then this has to be like 709. 8 is fine. 806 is fine. 9 is fine. However, not 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock has to contain something else, but in reverse order. We can't really reverse 707. We can go 807. And then this would have to still be 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 clocks on the hour. So those 5 numbers, the 5 clocks that have to be on the hour have to be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 5, 6. We don't have a 708. We don't have a 7 flat. So you absolutely have to be 7. That's it. You have to be 7. That meets your criteria. God. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 8. We have a 9. So that does it. Because we can't loop back around to 10. We can't do 11. We can't do 12. We can't do 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Because 10, 11, 12 all contain 1. And then obviously 2. And it doesn't say start, or it wouldn't matter if it said start with, but it does says contain. So you absolutely have to start 5. You have to be a 6 to meet the hour thing. You have to be a 7. And that's right. It is no longer containing all different numbers. It has a duplicate 0. You have to this clock should not be set on the hour. This has to be on the hour. How is that possible? You have to be 7? In that case, you have to be 6:07 for you to be 7. But then we lose out on the... Maybe this works? Hang on. You have to... I think you actually have to be 6:07. Am I violating anything by making this 6:07? Yes. They have to contain different numbers. So do you have to be... What? How do you become a 7? Oh, God. I think our logic is fine here. These two have to be 5 and 6. Because we can't start anything with a 4. The time has to start at a 5. You have to be a 6 just to meet the 5 of these clocks should be set to the time ending on the hour. Because we have to have 5 clocks that say 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. So this has to be 5. You have to be a 6. You have to contain a 7. But you cannot be 700. Why can't you be 700? Because this has to start on the hour, so you have to be 700. You absolutely have to be. You have to get reversed. Technically, you're somewhere in the 6 o'clock range. If I can get to 6, I'm just gonna set you to 605 because that's the minimum it could be. But you have to contain a 7. So how is that possible? Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Correct, but that is a lie. It cannot contain all different numbers. We have to have a duplicate number. We can't have 2 7s. Otherwise it's 707, then this can't be 7. So how do we get you to contain a 7? I don't know. We can't do 677. That time doesn't exist. We could try 667. Maybe this has to be 5. It could be 557. But then what the hell are you? Because you have to be a 0. You can't start at 4. You absolutely have to start on 5. That is non-negotiable. Is that correct? We need 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock exactly. We know this is 9. This has to duplicate something else, which is its own goddamn problem. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't understand. This cannot be a 7 o'clock. But then how does it contain 2 of the same number? Because no matter what we do here, all 3 numbers will be different if it's 6 o'clock. But it has to be a 6. That's the thing. Unless one of these is a green memo and I'm losing it. We believe you're true. Otherwise, I could go backwards. So, like, what's happening here? Is there a secret clock? Okay, there's no greens here. We know this is fake. We know this is fake. That's been established. We believe handwritten red is okay. I think. Unless it's not. Maybe. Okay, I think the key is here. This has to be a 5, which means you have to be like a 505, okay? Or maybe you're the one we reverse. Maybe you're at 5 still. So maybe you're... Let's just leave you at 505 for a second. Let's assume you're 6. No. Let's assume you're 507. I literally was on it. 507. Nope. 557. Because now we don't have number. We have a shared number. I think that's the only way this is possible. 557. You contain a 7. That's great. I believe maybe you can just be 6. So you can become our 6 o'clock. Because your time isn't specific to anything. So we only have 1, 2. We need a 6. We need a 7. Now this clock is set on the hour. We know you have to be 7. We have an 8. We have a 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. Which one are we reversing now? Who's this one? Can we reverse 505? Not really. What time does it have to be between to get reversed? Hang on. This clock should not be... Okay. I think it's literally just this one we're concerned about. This has to reverse something between the hours of 8 and 9. So, it could be 8:05. Who do you think you are? I am. Okay. Challenge your preconceived notions, everybody. I thought I was right. I was wrong. But we got there. Okay, thank you very much, Clock Tower. However, we're not done. That's the crazy parts. We can only enter the foundation. We have to go outside. Or, no, we have to go... Yeah, we have to go outside to get downstairs. That is just a fact because the elevator is currently downstairs. I left it there. So on the way down, I would very much like to buy the book A New Clue. And no, I don't think we can check out a book we bought today, which is unfortunate. We know for sure we need to get down. Are there any dig spots down here? I remember one at some point being down there. Just in case. No? Okay. Powering the clock tower did nothing, but I'm glad I did it anyways, just in case. Okay. Let's go through the bedroom to save on steps. Do I have anything to do virtually anywhere else? I don't think so. We want... Yes, we want to go downstairs for the reservoir key. We can certainly get the reservoir key as well today. What was the other thing we need to do? We need to go to the tomb. We need to get the money. We need to buy the book. And yes, we need to push through the den to try to get the Mechanarium. That was the only other thing, is we need to try to make a Machinarium happen. Which means we go up this way, and hopefully we don't get screwed. Okay. The only room left, I believe, is the pool. Sorry, the pool, then pump room. Hopefully it's okay putting it in the center. I don't know if it will generate a door. I don't know what's going to happen. The drafting studio is also pretty solid. This is a safe. However, we could still get it after, because this will generate a door ahead of us. How many should we get? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously itself. 5, 6. Okay. So, it did not generate doors where there are already things. So we're full on doors. This should have a sanctum key. If this is the room that they're talking about with 8 doors. We're getting 3 today. I just want to point out we're getting 3 today. One of these should be an antechamber lever. Okay. Maybe they're all keys. Hang on. This is the front door, so this is going to make a room. Again, one of these should be an antechamber lever. There we go. We knew that from somewhere. Does this matter at all? No, because I cannot enter this corner. I imagine another key. An upgrade disc. Okay, we can use that. That's sick. And then this is a room. We hope for like a drafting studio. Something that keeps us going is a foyer. We don't really need to keep going for anything. There's just a lot of names in here. Coat check. Power hammer. What would that do? As far as I know, nothing. With the rooms we have, we don't even suspect anything with the power hammer. So our best bet is trying to pull out an item to throw in the workshop. Or dig. So we can't get the patio, we have to go terrace. We could have stored something else. I don't think we need to. We can deliver both sanctum keys today. We're solid. You get a gem. We get no item, we get no dig, because obviously there's no digging here. That's okay. We need to now go to the reservoir. So we need to go outside. Dear God, which door is which? The Machinarium has been solved, which is sweet. We know both the antechamber lever and the sanctum key. Presumably you need all doors to get the sanctum key. However, we know it doesn't generate doors if there can't be a door there. I don't want that. Just want to go straight outside. You want to go outside. You want to go into the tomb to collect our money for the bookshop. While we're in the tomb... No, that's it. That's all we do. Other than that, we need to go through the outside entrance to the basement to go to the reservoir. We get our 3rd sanctum key, and we fill them all in, and there we go. Put them in the doors stay open forever. The money generates here. Okay, I thought it might be on Grandpa's tomb. If I could get a little more money, I think one was 40. No, we have 103. Okay, I think we can buy 2 books. That's sick. No money over here. Electromagnet would pick it up. What a cool item. What a cool locksmith thing, man. It's going to let us do so much. And in not that long of time. We spent a lot on the clock tower. That's really it. So we need to go through the outside basement entrance. There's no chests to do today. There's no anything else to do today. There's no jackhammering and collapsing the quarry. Or the cavern, the gemstone mine, whatever it's called. So we need to go down. Data chips still unknown. Apple Orchard. The sundial thing needs the data chips. So that's also nothing. Okay. So we do this, we get our Sanctum keys, we put them in, we go up to the bookstore, we buy our books, we try to check out a book, and then we call it a day in the observatory, all the way up in the corner, if we can make it that far. Okay, sweet. Let's just open everything. I don't believe there are 23 chests left to open. So we open everything. And then we can raise the water level to here, or to be able to use the boat. Eventually. Sanctum key is not in a box. It is buried. This is true, which means you and you are fake. I don't believe the Sanctum key is buried. Oh, you know what? We should start. Hang on. Fake. Red typed. I believe this is where Death was pointing. There it is. This box contained a Sanctum key. No way. Is there anything else down here? This is what we open everything else for. All boxes marked by Sun or contain memos that are true. I don't really care. I don't care about your memo game. We're brute forcing it because you put in the thing with the locksmith, and that's really cool. Pink boxes always contain blue memos. That seems to be true. Well, it is true, and also what we've seen. Green memos and white boxes. Again, I don't care. I'm just going to read them. Just want to see. There was one hidden in a corner back there. It's crazy this whole thing is negated just by the death pointing at the thing. I guess our... Oh! We're rich! Okay. Prize number 2. I think something in here said there were 2, right? But I don't know what color it was. What does that one say? Only one box in the reservoir has a prize. Yes, you're false. Second key's in a blue box. That was red, right? And we know it's false. It was in a black box. Okay, I'm just gonna stop reading because I don't care. Unless something has information for something else. But I believe these only reference themselves. Okay, I thought I saw one from above that was like in this corner. Aha. A box in the water contains 3 allowance tokens. That was correct. It's handwritten. We know it's correct. Okay, I believe we're done here. We're at 24 allowance. We have 3 Sanctum keys to use, so theoretically 30 allowance. Plus the one I still haven't solved. Am I going to do that right now? No, it's already a long episode. I'll solve the Morajai puzzles later. But for now, we take our 3 Sanctum keys in one day over here. Holy crap. Oh, that's crazy. I gotta look at where the rest of them are, because I don't think I know. I wrote them all down from room 46, obviously, but I don't remember. I think these were the only 3 we really thought about. Okay. Let's see what you are. You are the hourglass. We may be able to get... We've seen the hourglass quite a lot. So that might be something. I don't think we've ever seen this anywhere. Except for, you know, the places where it's obvious. I don't think we've seen this anywhere. We have 2 more. Let me, real quick, use the old Photoshop for, I think, the first time this episode, to flip to the page I have on Sanctum keys, which is this one. Okay, one is in the bank. One is in the vault. We've done Clock Tower. Throne Room. I had a question mark. I believe it is in the Throne Room. However, we haven't unlocked the Throne Room. Reservoir's done. Major, if you draft it late. That was the music room. What is this one supposed to say? Is that 9? guess this is sick. What? I don't know what that one says. This one's done. What is my order here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Because I thought I did one and then I didn't. Oh, no, this is part of the music thing. If you draft it quite late. So we just have the throne room. Never seen it. I don't believe it's in our directory. So perhaps we have to find the throne room. Or unlock it, or well, yeah. Find or add. We haven't gotten the drafting studio in a while. That's where a safe is. We've never had this, and we've never had the tunnel. We had this quite a lot. I just didn't take it last time. You're unusual. I need to do the classroom as well. But we have 2 more. The vault and what I believe to be the throne room based on the message. I don't remember what the message was, but I believe it to be the throne room. We're going to leave the Moragi for another day. We might have a day where I just go through them all. Well, actually, right, you can't open it until you solve the puzzle. I have no information on the other puzzles. So actually, I guess we will do it right now. We're going to come back to this one, which we have solved. This is in the book in the chess room area, and we're going to try this again. I think I remember what to do. You flip it with the black. You take this up. Why do you do that? You need to turn orange into something. I believe you turn orange into black. Is that right? Which means it needs to be surrounded by 2 blacks. White will turn black when we click on it. White will turn gray if we click on it. No. When we hit this button. Then you just become red. That gets me 1 in the corner, but then I can't move this one around. Oh, crap. And then, right, gray effectively does nothing. Black turns red, white turns black, gray is a nothing burger. And orange will turn into something that it's next to. Green will flip across the table. Diagonally or up and down or this way if it's on that side. I believe the solution is we need to use a... How is that possible? I was thinking we need to use a black piece to move green to the sides. However, I don't think we can make... We can turn green... I think we can put a green in the middle unless we use the orange to make something green. Maybe that's it. Okay. You know, orange and gray will kind of swap. Or rather, white turns gray. White and the other way around? I don't know. I believe this is correct for now. You don't want to click red. Red will make... black tiles on the box turn red. I've turned the white one gray, which is not really what we want to do. Okay. We want to save the white one because the white will turn black, and that's pretty important. Yeah, white turns everything around it gray, which is actually, or white, which might be something. So maybe we do this, then we turn you to white. And then white will turn black, but I think we want to move one into the middle. How do we get a white piece into the middle? Well, like this, then you do this. Then you turn them black. Then you put black in the corners. Oh, shoot. I think I messed it up. This, and this will be red as soon as we click the center red button. I need a way to move red here. I don't believe I can do that. Maybe. Here or here. You can move... No, I can't, because that'll go diagonally. I have to move it to the other diagonal to move this red. What does that do? Nothing? I need to be able to move them up and down, man. Because as soon as I click this, this will turn gray, which is maybe something. Or black, which is maybe something. But then I cannot get the green out of the corners. Maybe I can. That's worse. Okay. But then I have to move this gray out of here. Now I have two up here again. Swap. Again, this green needs to be removed from the corner. This gray needs to be removed from the corner. I need a green here. Which I don't believe can be done. I did just screw it by doing that. However, I think we threw. Okay. So the gray, the one gray that exists, again, we just need black or red in the corner. Or theoretically orange next to black or red. I'm pretty sure we start like this. This gets us somewhere. Then maybe we move white up. Or not? Hang on. Yeah, like this, and then we spread white. White gets us a lot of black, but I think we can't do it yet. This will turn this one white. Which then we can all convert, we can turn black. Which gets us a black one on every thing, every row. But I don't think I really want that. I could make another green. Theoretically, that's okay. And then this will swap that way. And then all we need is this white to be in a corner at the top. How do I get this here? I don't think I do. Unless we you can only put it here or here. You can turn it into a black tile by clicking the button at any point. That'll let us move them around the row. That's why I need two in the same row, because once we've done that, I think we're fine. This one's fine. We can move this into here and we're done by using the function of the black tile, which will actually be this one. This one will turn red if I click the thing. I can move the black tile up here so that I can check this out. Hang on. I don't think we've done it. I think maybe we've done it. I need to see. We need to put them into position. I'm getting a phone call. Okay, how anticlimactic. However, I'm pretty sure all I gotta do is hit this, and we have red in the corners. Okay, about time. There's more to do. We have 26 allowance. What a world. We're going to be so... We could just buy out a commissary immediately, every day. That's incredible. We're getting pretty close to, if we ever find the showroom again, just being able to get one at the start of the day, which probably isn't like a good thing, but, you know, it's related. Right? If we could get even more allowance, you know, we can just buy out the showroom. The permanent progression is key. Now, no torch room for us, no reason to. No metal detector, sorry, no magnifying glass to combine with the metal detector. What we have to do still is go to the bookshop. I might as well pop out of the foundation. We're running a little low on steps, and I need to get all the way to the top corner, so let's do that. I'd like to peek in the workshop to see if there's anything we can make. We did get a fair bit of items. It's not that far away, so we should be okay. We hit the bookshop. I forgot there was a dig spot here. Am I stupid? Did I get the other ones? No, I guess I'm just bad. We still have infinity keys. Oh, we have so much mail in the mailroom, by the way. Well, actually, I think something here would tell us if there was mail at the front door. I think it is actually in the mailroom. We want to go to the bookshop, which means we actually need to turn around. Maybe we could still go that way. I don't know. Things are connected somewhere. But for right now, no item on the table. Just checking. We got that puzzle figured out. We're missing some books here, but let us buy. Perfect. Let's buy the two most expensive books. The Uncensored Orinda, the first edition, and a new clue, which seems very juicy. We just have the Curse of Blackbridge, which may tell us about the data chips. We can get them. I guess the reason we couldn't get it last time, we didn't have the expanded form. Oh, it's by Marion. It's by our mother. Or our aunts. Somebody. The person who wrote the Blue Prince book, the Red Prince book. Is that right? I don't know. It's a name I recognize. Yeah, we didn't have the expanded form, so that we couldn't do it. But now that the expanded form is already here, we can check them out immediately. So, we get a new clue next time. Now that's all that's left to do is go to the workshop. Oh no, I have to choose, don't I? I don't think we can combine any of these. We should use a computer with the upgrade disk. That, I would say, is more important than ending the day in the planetarium. We may still be able to do both. But I need to visit, like, the lab, which means we might as well visit the workshop. But upgrade disk is also permanent progress. So is the planetarium, but it, like, really... We'll get to 50 eventually. Or beyond. If it keeps going past 50, we might just not get new things, which is reasonable. Let me... Why would you want to pause? I guess if you took a negative effect, like the one we saw that's like, red room, lose steps, but, you know, whatever that one was, I guess you could just take a little bit and not completely screw yourself. Billiard room. Very interesting. You don't see it that much, but it is pretty good. Okay, so easy mode. If you call it a day here... and it turns into a tomorrow type room. You will begin the day with a key card. And then add Great Hall Foyer in the secret passage. It turns into a hallway type. To today, so just get like a bonus one in the pool. Great Hall is the antechamber, but it's really kind of bad otherwise, unless you have like a lockpick or a lot of keys or whatever. The foyer... Makes all hallways unlocked, which may actually work with the Great Hall. That's kind of sick. The foyer is a little rare too. Secret passage is pretty okay. I'm going to take this. Getting a key card. The next day, free item. It removes an item from the pool we can get, right? I don't think we can get 2 key cards. And then just easy mode is stupid. Workshop. Workshop. Clock is still ticking. I don't know if I paused while I was on the phone. I don't think I did. That might be why it's so late. Lockpick metal detector. That makes the super lockpick, right? We know about that one. This makes, with the battery, makes the jackhammer, right? This will make the detector shovel, which is solid. Coin purse, rabbit's foot, lucky purse. I guess we've never had both those at the same time. I'm going to make it. Just, why wouldn't I, right? We're going to lose it anyways. Is it just the trophy of invention? That's it. That's all the things. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's pretty cool. we get our first non, default trophy. So now we can stop guessing. Doubles all the coins you find. That's solid. But you lose the effect of the rabbit's foot, which is pretty good. I assume, right? Why is the key card here? We cannot combine the key card with anything. Why does it show up in the list? Things you normally can't combine don't show up. Unless I've done something with the key card before and don't remember. What would be the 8 items? Okay, burning glass. The detector shovel, like the dowsing rod thing. The super lockpick. I'm not going to name them all. The lucky purse, what is that, 5? The jackhammer, the power hammer. Something else. I don't know why the keycard's in here. Because like the hallway pass doesn't show up in the workshop at all. But whatever. Well, as we're wrapping up here, I guess we can go this way. This is a kind of a shortcut. We go through a bedroom, which may save us. Right, we can do this, but for no reason. Why is it prompting me like when I look away? There we go. Let's just send it. I think I could have, right? If I got the secret passage and used it correctly. To just get to the antechamber, I guess, instead of the storeroom. Probably should have, but we don't really have much to do in room 46. Except get the crown, which, whatever. But maybe something happens if you get both crowns. That and the like, exhibit crown. Okay, we're going up this way. I'm just being a little careful. Go through here. We go up. And tomorrow we'll start with just 1 key. Which is fine. Actually, 2 keys, because the planetarium is also a tomorrow room. We don't need to end the day in here. My bad. We need to end the day up here. Nope. This one. Okay. 5 steps. A little too late to do anything. Electromagnet, solid thing. Compass. Compass metal detector? Or compass battery? Compass battery. That's sick. Locksmith, it goes insane. You will basically automatically win because you have infinite keys. 2 new books. We're going to get a new book that I hope has something and it's not bait. Call it a day in the planetarium. 2 more stars. 24. Or I guess 22, then 23. I guess we had 21 today. 6 mechanical rooms. 6 green rooms. Garden House of Cogs. Garden House of Cogs. So much money. Thank you, Tomb. I'm glad I took the Tomb instead of the schoolroom. Once we realized we could bookshop max. 3 Sanctum keys. Insane. Now we just need to figure out what to do with the rounds. One more in the bank. One more in the throne room. Whatever the throne room is. But it said like atop a throne or something, right? I don't remember what it said, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Treasure Trove got a little bit better too. We'll be back again tomorrow. I was a little sus of today. I didn't think we were gonna get anything done today. I got a whole lot done today. Thanks for watching. Another hour-and-a-half episode later, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. And hopefully it's less long.